Hello everyone and welcome to another Sovereign Citizen stream. How's everyone doing? I hope you're having a wonderful week so far. Thanks for bearing with me not being live yesterday. Like I said, I had to work. But I'm back. So how's it going, everyone? Hope you're doing well. Oh boy, today we have a Sobsit surgeon. That's an interesting story. We're gonna have to take the camera off for a little bit on that one because he shows himself doing surgery in his dirty trailer park home. Not a place you'd probably want surgery done. And then other Sovereign Citizen stuff. Should be good. I have a lot of stuff lined up today. Should be fun. Don't forget, tomorrow is the karaoke stream, and every $50 in tips above the $1,000 goal is another puppet song with that little puppet I got. So we have plenty already, but if anyone cares to, you can donate to that. Or if you want to help get closer to the month sub goal, you can gift subs or become a subscriber yourself here on Twitch. We're probably not going to make it this month. That's fine. A lot of people did a ton of tips towards the karaoke stream, so very understandable. Everyone on YouTube, how's it going? If you could, give a like to the stream, a little thumbs up, helps people find the stream, and that's always good. Other than that, I think we're all set and can get into it. I don't think we got anything else we need to worry about, right? So, let's check this out. We won't do the surgeon first. We'll do someone else first. Let's try this guy. This one's interesting. So, I don't know if this is a sovereign citizen in the traditional sense, but he's definitely someone who doesn't seem to understand rules apply to him, and he gets very angry. So let's check him out. Barely Breathing, thanks for a 3-stream streak, says love the content. Thanks for watching it. History Chick, thanks for 46 months at tier 2. And we're caught up. Oh, Halloween Town, thanks for a 3-stream streak, says I've certainly had a week. Sorry, it's been rough. Phoenix Leftist, thanks for a 305 streams. Alright, we're up to date. That's dumb.
Get up here. Go. You. Come on.
To be clear, before this, he was refusing to pull over. Now, he kind of pseudo-pulled over where he's still in the right lane. He only halfway pulled over in the right lane on the highway, which is dangerous because you're obstructing traffic and you're going to get smashed.
Get up here.
Oh, and check out his anger when he, like, gets
Come
told
on.
to
Come on.
Thanks, Phoenix.
Come up here. First of all, you're blocking traffic right now.
Did you not tell us to get over? What do you mean, first of all? What's your attitude?
You're blocking the right lane.
Attitude? Did you not want me to pull over?
You're not pulled over. You are blocking the lane of traffic.
What the fuck do you want me to do?
Pull over in front of my car.
God damn you, man. I'm pulling over right now.
932 Walden.
Oh, the screechy brakes. Is road rage like a specific thing, or is it linked to like bigger anger issues? Like, there are people who just have road rage and don't get mad at any other situation, or is that typically linked to like some other explosive anger thing? He's just like real angry. I don't know. Is it anxiety that turns into anger? Like, are they anxious because they're at the wheel of like a dangerous contraption and it freaks them out? But they don't want to deal with that anxiety, so, like, they get mad? I don't know. Confusing.
Hey, can I get out of my vehicle?
Northbound 61.
And now he got out of his car during a traffic stop and is walking in the highway, which is generally not a good thing to do. Don't walk in the highway.
North of route, you start me another unit. I got one.
What you pulled me over for?
Get over here. Get out of traffic. Get out of traffic.
No, you stopped me.
Get out of traffic.
Fuck the traffic. What you...
Fuck the traffic. Hey, man, that's not a fight you're gonna win. Like, no amount of obstinate attitude is gonna stop you from getting flattened by a semi-truck. I just don't think it's a good idea. H. Baird, thanks for 50 months, says 50 months. That's a lot of months. It is. 50 of them. That's 5 tens. Grayline with a link on road rage. Road rage, what makes some people more prone to anger behind the wheel? Aggressive driving has become a topic of concern over the last few decades, and for good reason. In an analysis of 10,037 police reports and newspaper stories about traffic accidents that led to violence, the AAA Foundation for Traffic Safety found road rage contributed to 218 deaths and 12,610 injuries between 1990 and 1996. Worse, AAA found that road rage incidents increased nearly 7% each year within that period. Oh my goodness. So people who are high in road rage concern engage in hostile, aggressive thinking, more likely to insult other drivers or express disbelief about the way others drive. Their thoughts turn more often to revenge, which sometimes mean physical harm. They take more risks on the road. High-anger drivers are more likely to go 10 to 20 miles over the speed limit, rapidly switch lanes, tailgate, and enter an intersection when the light turns red. Higher anger drivers get angry faster and behave more aggressively. They're more likely to swear, name call, to yell at other drivers, to honk in anger, more likely to be angry not just behind the wheel but throughout the day. Well, there you go. High anger drivers had twice as many car accidents in driving simulations. They also report more near accidents and get more tickets for speeding. Short-fused drivers experience more trait anger, anxiety, and impulsiveness, perhaps from work or home stress. High-anger drivers are more likely to get in the car angry. They also tend to express their anger outward, acts impulsively. Okay, interesting. Makes sense.
You're gonna get hit by a car.
Are you certified to do traffic control? I am. I see.
Are you certified to do traffic control? What are you talking about? He's a cop. You're standing in the road. What the fuck are you talking about?
Get out of traffic now.
Oh!
Get out of traffic. Step over here.
Oh! You gotta point a taser at me so I stop endangering my life. I see how it is.
It's your violent. Let me get my fucking phone now. You gonna tase me for that?
I want you out of
The
traffic.
audacity of this man that he thinks he gets to act like this in a traffic stop. Like he thinks he gets to be mad. How interesting. What is this guy's worldview? Like, I'm afraid of offending people at every turn for simply existing. Like, I'm one of those people that apologizes for everything, even when I've done nothing. Not good. I don't understand the worldview where you think you get to just be the asshole in every situation, and you're always in the right. I don't get it.
Traffic.
Get your fucking certified. Don't touch me.
He just literally charged at the cop. Look at this fucking guy charge at the cop with no fear.
For that?
I want you out of traffic.
Get your fucking.
Look at him angrily yell and charge at the cop. I don't want to hear another cop ever say they were coming right at me ever again. God damn it.
Don't touch me.
Get out of traffic.
Don't touch me.
I just want you out of traffic.
Hey, get somebody.
Get out of traffic.
Motherfucker's gonna tase me for standing here.
932, Wilden. Put your hands behind your back.
Goddamn, look.
Just put your hands behind your back.
Why are you touching me now? Why is he fucking doing this?
Because you're not listening.
Why is he doing it? I don't have to listen. God damn you motherfucker, I don't have to
What is going on?
Why'd you pull me over, you cocksucker?
For
Tell me
speed.
that.
For speed.
Why'd you pull me over, you cocksucker?
Pull me over for fucking speed.
Yes, I did.
Okay, what you talk me at? Mr. Wait, so you're gonna half come me for
Turn
speed?
around.
Why do you use force?
Because you're not listening.
God damn it, I don't have to fucking comply on a traffic
wrong?
stop.
What's
Why are you doing
You don't have to comply on a traffic stop? Where'd he get that little piece of advice?
this? Using force, man.
Stop.
Why are you
Stop.
using force? Okay, I'm missing half an arm. You're touching my goddamn
No.
arm. I'm missing half my arm. Tell him to get off my
What's
fucking
going
arm.
on?
Why are you doing this? Goddamn, my arm hurts. Stop touching my arm.
Just relax.
I can't get off my arm. My fucking nerves are exposed, man.
What are you
dumb
talking about?
motherfucker. I'm gonna shut up. Cuff me.
Yeah, if you would
Shut
just
the
stop
fuck
pulling
up.
away.
No, you're fucking stupid. Cuff me, you dumb motherfucker. Write my goddamn ticket. Let me. Oh, so you couldn't even cuff me right, but you got no problem squeezing my arm. Stop.
You are not being compliant.
Stop. I don't have to fucking comply.
Yes, you do comply. Have to comply on
Oh, you're gonna
a
take my
traffic.
finger?
Just stop.
Okay.
I just want to talk to you.
I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. Write my ticket, arrest me, do what you got to do.
932 old.
932.
I got one restrained. Lincoln County's out with me. Where is your driver's license, Mr. Weinbarger?
I'm not going to give you consent to search my vehicle.
I don't want to search your car.
I'll get it for you when I want to.
I'll get it for you when I want to. He's desperate to get back in control of the situation. I get the vibe that, like Chili, he's the kind of person that doesn't like to feel like his agency has been removed. So in this situation where he's been handcuffed, where he's been restrained and feels powerless, this little bit of like, I'll get it for you when I want to, helps him feel a little bit in control, even though he clearly has no control of this situation.
That's fine.
I know, man. For traffic. Yeah, people wonder why. So what? So you want me to shut up and be subject to your shit?
I just want to explain why I stopped you.
So explain to me, but I gotta be bent over? Oh, so you can't explain it to me without this, huh?
You want to go to jail today?
I don't want to talk to you no more. Can you let go of my right arm, please? I have a hole in my arm. My nose is exposed.
You need to calm down.
This is a traffic stop. You're using force on me. Why would I calm down?
Because you're not
You're
listening.
using I don't have to listen. Why are you using force on me?
Where is he getting this idea that he doesn't have to agree on a traffic stop? Like, that's something a sovereign citizen more or less believes, but he's not even citing the typical sovereign citizen stuff. He's just saying, I don't have to comply during a traffic stop. He's just skipping all the steps. He's just going immediately to the no one has authority over me.
Because you are not being compliant. You need to calm down.
I don't think you guys understand how this works.
How what
Twisting my
works?
arm up. Look, you got my arm all fucked up. It hurts. This is my money maker. Look at this. Look what you're doing to my goddamn arm.
I'm trying to
man.
adjust the restraints.
You're fucking idiot. Did you not take a class on doing this shit?
Well, if you'd stop moving around,
You're so
relax.
full of shit, dude. You told me you got ignorant when you say I'm going to talk to you. What do you want to talk to me about this? What's your name there, buddy? That you want to
Well,
talk
if
to me
you stop
so bad
talking,
for?
I'll explain. I'm Trooper Wade. I work for the Missouri State Highway Patrol. I stopped you for your speed. Did you not see me? You drove past me and then sped up to 78, passing traffic on the left and right.
Can you let go of my wrist? So you're using physical force because
To get you out of the roadway, yes. To put you in restraints because you're not listening, we're on the roadway, you're blocking traffic. You didn't even pull over on the right shoulder, you blocked the right lane. You understand that?
No, I
That's
don't.
why I put you over here.
I'm certified for traffic control. It doesn't say anywhere you have the right to physically.
Certified for traffic control. He keeps saying it. In what way is he certified for traffic control, and why does he think that gives him any authority to do any of the things he's doing?
do this to me.
To what?
You think you do?
To what? Get you out of the road?
Threaten me with a taser? Is your
need
body
you-
camera on, bud?
Yes.
Because we're going to see this later, Wade. I think you really escalated this quite a bit.
We're standing in traffic. Traffic was backed up to a hill crest. I needed you out of the road.
I pulled over and I got out of my
Up here.
vehicle.
Step up here. Can you grab his... Well, never mind.
It means he works on construction sites. Are you serious? Like people that redirect traffic?
Stop kicking your phone.
What other orders do you want to give me,
I
bud?
asked
Do you want to slam me down? What's your problem?
Like the guy that holds the sign and goes like, stop, go, stop, go. Okay. So that means he can stand in the road. That makes sense. And charge at a cop. Okay.
I'm asking you to
Why
stop
are we going
damaging-
anywhere? What are we
I'm
doing?
going to seat you in my car so we can talk.
I don't want to be in your car. I don't want to talk to you.
Well, then you're going to stand up here. I have stuff I have to do.
The difference between my property and your property. So I'm subject to you and all this shit for what reason?
Step up here.
And you're going to use physical fucking force on me right now, right?
No, I'm not.
You haven't? I'm being.
No,
don't
I'm
touch my.
telling you.
Don't touch my elbow, man. I'm
Will you
trying to
stand-
tell you.
can you stand out?
You're touching my
Can
arm.
you
I
stand
made
out
that
here for
very
just a few
fucking
minutes?
clear. I'm missing half my arm, but you use force. You see my wrist?
You're
This
in-
is how I make my money. But
Okay.
you use force. When I tried to look at you, you said you want to talk to me like a man. You bent me over like
Hey,
a punk.
can you get another unit for transport? So, What is going on with you today?
You pulled me over. You start using force on me, Wade. You tell me what's going on.
You know, you're standing in the middle of.
I think he said Wade, but the caption said babe. And I think angry white guys should start using babe at each other as an insult. I would get a lot of enjoyment out of that.
61, right?
I'm traffic control. I'm certified in it, yeah.
I don't know what that means.
I know, because you're not
What
certified.
the fuck are you doing, babe? Babe, what the fuck do you think you're doing?
What do you
have
mean?
no idea.
You are doing
What
it.
means is you didn't.
Stop stepping up on me.
I'm not. You don't.
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
You're trying to escalate things right now. That's what you're
Here's
doing.
I'll sit down. No, I won't.
You are trying to
Put me
escalate
in the back of
things.
the car. You have. Sir, is this recorded? You've done all you could to grab me, physically do shit. For traffic, you jumped out of your car, you started waving like a madman. I'm certified in traffic control. You're not wearing high vis, you're not doing anything. You should be on the highway.
You have a second unit coming that's going to transport. So,
I'm being arrested for what?
are you the person that this vehicle is registered to?
Oh, yeah. It's mine 100%.
Okay.
Insured and everything.
Good. I don't need your ID then.
Okay.
I'll just run the information on the plate.
Okay.
I'll find out who you are.
And this is for traffic, right?
Again. Yes, that's why I stopped you.
Okay.
Does he think that because he needs to be wearing a high-vis vest on the highway if he's doing work, that all cops need to have them when they're out here? That, like, does he think that the rules he learned for construction are the same rules for the cops inherently? Because, like, if it was nighttime and the state troopers were out on the highway, I've seen them in high-vis vests before, and that's probably a smart thing to do. But, like, I don't think it's, like, a rule that in the middle of the day, if they're pulling someone over on the highway, they need a vest?
78 and a 60.
Okay.
Then when you stopped, you were
He's straight up saying things directly from the traffic qualifications.
blocking the right lane, and then you were standing in the highway, and you wouldn't get out of the roadway.
So you pulled your taser on me and then started using
In an
force.
effort to gain compliance from you, yes, I did.
Hey, compliance or violence is your term.
No. I asked you to step out of the
didn't
roadway.
explain
You
it. Watch
didn't.
your video later. Please watch the video later, and you'll see you didn't give anybody enough time to
I told
understand
you-
what
Ooh, a fourth wall break. Yeah, spike that lens.
you're
I
doing
told you to get out of the
with your
road.
signals. I
Okay,
couldn't
that's
hear
what I
you
told
say
you.
that.
So just do me a favor, cooperate with her, stay over here. I'm gonna start processing this, okay? Do not get in the road.
It goes on for a while. He ends up getting arrested, and he's salty about it. Surprise. I'm not going to watch the whole 30 minutes, because we get the gist, and he's not necessarily a full sovereign citizen, but interesting interaction nonetheless. Alright, we should probably do the surgeon thing, right? Okay. I'm going to have to pause this and take him off camera at some point, because he literally does this, like, extraction on camera, so I will have to take it off screen during that. But we will still hear the audio. I'll see the visual, but you won't. So anyway, this is a guy named, quote, Doctor. He's not a doctor. He's not a doctor. He's not a doctor. Rick Van Thiel. He was a sovereign citizen who believed that he could do surgery without a license, because of course he did. So he would bring people in and do operations on them in his dirty trailer. Here are some news things about it before we get into his actual video. Let's take a look at his trailer and stuff with these news stories.
From inside the homemade operating room look more like a dumping ground than somewhere to perform medical procedures, including surgery.
It's been a crazy case that's played out over the past month. And until tonight, we've never seen the scene of the alleged crime. Tonight, an Action News exclusive. Chief Investigator Darcy Spears takes us inside Dr. Rick's trailer of terror.
The last thing this place looks like is a medical clinic, but authorities say that's what was going on inside this backyard trailer, which served as Rick Van Thiel's home and the place he treated patients.
Oh, good.
Its
sterile saline. That means it's fine.
surroundings, A junkyard. You're greeted by a homemade sign denouncing vaccines as child abuse with trash and old equipment.
He should have waited. If he just waited a little longer, he might have ended up the Surgeon General.
All around.
This is the place, that trailer right there, that prosecutors described as something out of a horror film. It's the place where Rick Van Thiel allegedly performed medical procedures on dozens and dozens of vulnerable patients.
A little funny that they say alleged, because again, he posted like at least one video of it to the internet.
They come to me because I can do things that the regular MDs can't do.
Van Thiel is behind bars awaiting a December trial. Prosecutors say there may be as many as 90 victims of his unlicensed medical practice, and he may be responsible for at least 3 deaths and multiple sex assaults.
Oh, what? I didn't even know about that one. Come on, man.
Is he
trying to do horrific crime bingo?
Your first and exclusive look at the trailer in which Rick Van Thiel allegedly had his medical practice. This is where everything...
Have you guys heard of that Japanese neurosurgeon that killed a bunch of people and paralyzed a bunch of people? That's a crazy story. There's a whole YouTube video about it. Would recommend.
Thing went down.
A massage-turned-medical table sits in the midst of the mess Metro left behind after serving a search warrant. There's a blood pressure cuff on the floor under an IV stand with different kinds of scissors hanging off it. Vials and syringes cover the trailer's kitchen counters.
We found these whole bunch of these hazardous waste bags on the floor.
There's also pharmaceutical-grade anesthetic, gauzes and gauges, and a...
Is that 99% lidocaine? The highest you can generally buy in stores is 5%. I believe I've seen as high as 8. And that was 99% lidocaine. Oh my fuck.
Scalp vein set used for...
For the record, I induced potentially allergic reactions in lidocaine by ordering stuff online that was like 30 or 40% lidocaine, and now I have a sensitivity to it because I got it for my electrolysis. Worked really well, but also I gave myself an insensitivity to lidocaine by using it on a weekly basis. So don't do that! Don't do that! And he was using 99%.
For intravenous injections or drawing blood, plus exam gloves, reference manuals, and a medical instrument tray. Outside the trailer, annuloplasty kits for heart...
I want to be clear, by the way, it's not a severe allergic reaction. It gets red, it gets puffy, it gets uncomfortable and itchy, but like it's not like making my throat close up. It's fine. What's lidocaine used for? It's a topical analgesic. So it basically numbs whatever area you put it on.
Valve repair, and copies of Nevada ID cards and questionnaires that could have belonged to patients.
The DA says more charges are coming, but for now, Van Thiel, who's an ex-felon, is only facing...
Oh, by the way, we are doing a Patreon and YouTube member-only stream after this stream today. I forgot to mention that. I mentioned it the other day, but we are. So if you want to be a part of that, join YouTube as a member or join the Patreon as a paid member.
Gun charges. Metro found the weapons in a semi-trailer in that same backyard, and we've got exclusive video in there too, only on KTNV.com. Darcy Spears, Channel 13, Action News.
Only on KTNV.com. Darcy gives us...
I'm glad you like it, Dillis Filler. Yeah, I've been enjoying Avowed a lot too. I ended up looking up what people thought of it online, and apparently people are upset about it, which is fine. I'm at the age where if I enjoy something, is what it is. I don't need other people to like it, but I've been enjoying Avowed. I want to play Kingdom Come 2 at some point too, but that's not on Game Pass. Eventually. Anyway, here's another quick news piece about him, and then we'll get into his video.
An accused phony physician has apparently been transferred out of the Clark County Detention Center and into federal custody.
Just a Peach with a $1 tip says, I'm a little late. How are you? My little brother is getting married this summer. Oh, congrats to him. That's great. I'm doing good.
Thiel's been charged with illegally possessing a firearm.
I loved the first Kingdom Come Deliverance game. Ended kind of abruptly, but I really, really enjoyed it.
Glenn Meek joins us now with details of the transfer and possible reasons for federal charges against Van Thiel.
Yeah, that's right. The gun charges have actually been pending in state court against Van Thiel, and a state grand jury is also looking at charges involving the illegal practice of medicine. But the gun case has now gone federal. After his arrest, Van Thiel gave multiple media interviews from the Clark County Detention Center, but a check of the inmate database today shows he is no longer there. He was scheduled to appear before a federal magistrate late this afternoon to face charges of illegally possessing a gun or ammunition. Van Thiel was charged in a federal criminal complaint on Friday, and that complaint alleges police found at least 2 guns and ammunition in a search of a trailer where Van Thiel is also accused of running an illegal medical clinic. The complaint says 1 gun was given to Van Thiel by a patient as partial payment for a circumcision. Police
Listen. If you're gonna choose to get a circumcision, that's your choice. But if you're gonna do it, go to a doctor or even like someone who knows how to legally do a bris, because like at least they kind of know what they're doing. Do not go the random guy's trailer to get your foreskin cut off. Also, foreskin is underrated. Hot take. So maybe consider keeping it unless it's uncomfortable for you. It's your body. Do what you want. Saying. Underrated.
Police and federal agents raided Van Thiel's trailer back in September. As a previously convicted felon, he is prohibited from possessing a firearm. And under federal law, Van Thiel is also prohibited from possessing
I am so sorry, Zytam. That fucking sucks.
ammunition, which is not a crime itself under Nevada law. And that may be one reason why authorities decided to take the gun case federally. Also, there is no parole in the federal system, so sentences in the federal system tend to be more determinate than those in the state. But Van Thiel still faces a state grand jury probe into his alleged illegal medical practice, and prosecutors have said that the grand jury is looking into sexual assault, even murder charges based on alleged improper medical treatment. And I just found out just moments ago that the federal magistrate has ordered Van Thiel detained pending a hearing on December 8th.
Okay. Thank you, Glenn.
Thanks, Glenn.
Sheesh. Okay. Now we will take a look at this video. Like I said, I'm going to have to cut away at a certain point because he does show him removing a thing on camera. It's not like crazy gory, but I'm not going to risk it. And I don't think you guys necessarily want to see it. So let's see his little spiel at the beginning. Oh, he does the surgery with his shirt and pants off, by the way, as well. So that's fun. Because people yelled at him about doing surgery without a shirt because it's unhygienic. So he decided to show them by doing surgery without a shirt and pants. That'll do it.
So, we're here today with Rick, who is going to perform a...
He's wearing a Ron Paul shirt. He's wearing a Veterans for Ron Paul shirt, by the way. Just wanted to point that out.
sack removal. So, Rick, are you a surgeon?
I wish I had a sack removal. Gillis Filler says, okay, but hear me out. You can't get a circumcision in exchange for a firearm from a real doctor. That's fair. Benekagami says, watch this guy get a pardon from Trump by calling RFK and then getting made Surgeon General. That or some MLM motherfucker will. If it makes you feel better, this was some years ago. He's dead now. Guy's not alive. This was some years ago. He died in custody.
No, but I played one once in a movie for Tailor-Made Clips.
Tailor-Made Clips?
Yeah.
.com?
You had to get your plug in there, didn't you?
Of course. So, is this your first sack removal?
Yep, this is the first one.
Are you excited?
I think it should be fun.
And where did you learn to remove a sack?
On YouTube, of course.
God, it's amazing what you can learn.
Yeah, you'd be amazed what you can learn on YouTube.
Oh, this is so prescient. What a shame. What a shame. This was 9 years ago. 9 years ago.
You could get an education off of YouTube.
Now, I noticed...
What kind of sack is he removing? It's some sort of, like, body under the skin. It might be a cyst or something. I'm not sure. It's some sort of, like, underskin thing. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Nor is he. We don't know. We don't know!
that you are dressed.
Well, this time I'm not going to be. Last time, we got about, 200, at least 200 comments in 2 months. Just off of that it was hot in the summer and I wasn't wearing a shirt. So, I decided this time, because everybody just liked to comment so much on the shirt, that I am not only going to do it without a shirt, but I'm going to do it without pants either.
Woohoo! Get naked.
Okay, it cuts there to the surgery. So this is the part where I'm gonna have to take the visual off. Because he is about to cut into this human being with no training other than a YouTube video. I will watch it and explain to you what's happening. You'll still have audio. Alright, let's do it. Woo! Oh, I don't like being on the screen this big. Don't look at me.
What do you mean? Like, it's got a... you've got a small bump?
Touch it.
Does it, like, move like it did?
Oh, yeah.
Kind of feeling around this, like, mass under his skin, basically. I think it's, like, on his thigh or something, but he's basically moving it around and showing it moves a little bit. It's pretty gross.
It moves around like it's a sack, for sure.
Just keep your mouth shut.
Just keep your mouth shut! Oh, it's in his back. Yeah, he's, like, cutting into his back.
Dr. Rick.
Bleeding. He's wearing gloves, so that's good.
Ow. What? Ow.
Breathe in through.
Yeah, he's literally cutting into the flesh of your back. What did you think was gonna happen, man?
Your nose
I feel
and
it.
out through your mouth.
No, I fucking feel something.
I know.
Yeah, he cut into your back. I assume he threw some of the lidocaine, like, onto the back. But lidocaine is like a topical analgesic, as in, it'll relieve pain on the surface of what you do. Maybe a little bit under, because it'll affect the nerves. But, like, it's not going to infect the inside unless you injected it. And it scares me to imagine this man injecting lidocaine into people.
That was the
In through your
sack.
nose and out through your mouth.
Slicing his back. Slicing deeper into his back.
Ow.
I know. Hold steady.
Yeah, it fucking hurts! You're letting a man in only underpants butcher your lower back. It's not worth it.
Ow. Fuck. Ow.
Oh, sorry. They changed camera angles, and you can see it so much worse. So not only is he is cut into him, he has needle nose pliers. He now has needle nose pliers that he is, like, digging in his back to get the thing.
Ow.
Yeah, it fucking
I'm
hurts.
not
I
trying to
bet.
hurt you here.
No, I know you're not, but I fucking know when it hurts.
Yeah, should have.
Feels like it's burning.
Ooh, is that the sack?
Okay, they got it out. They pulled it out. It like tumbled out of his fucking back. Like a tonsil stone, but for your lower back, and it's about this big. He got a thing this big out of his back, and he's irrigating the thing. He's got a syringe with no needle, just like the syringe, and he's irrigating the hole.
Sack?
That's the sack.
Part of it, yeah. Is that the whole thing?
That's the sack. Ew.
That's the sack right there.
That's all of it?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's sweet.
That should be the whole thing right there.
Did you get it?
Say it, Rick.
Alright, we can go back to him. He's done cutting. He's done ripping and tearing.
Say it.
You are so funny. Just shoot the hole in his back.
The hole was very deep.
Talk about the hole. What is it about the hole?
The penetration was...
I'm not trying to be funny.
I can't do that.
Everybody shut up. This is serious shit.
See that hole?
Okay?
No!
I'm getting a close-up of that hole.
See that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what we got to try to bandage up.
I thought they were done!
No, we used ozonated water this time because I'm out of colloidal silver.
Silver does nothing but do good. Oh, you were asking if it's... Oh, you're out?
Well,
I apologize.
a good thing.
You didn't see much comparatively, I assure you. Dug a nice hole in his back. They're big Existence fans.
My name's Rick. The first thing I want to tell you is you're absolutely right. Except it is genocide. Not would-be genocide, it is. It's just that it's a slow kill. It's not like if they switched the formula to, let's say, cyanide and wiped out 70% of the U.S.
This is
in 3
him
weeks.
being an anti-vaxxer, which I'm gonna skip because the audio is bad, and then we'll go to this part of the video.
Demand a plan. I've got a plan. I got a really good plan for you. Stick to the fucking Second Amendment. What the fuck do you think this is all about? You're sitting here crying in all your videos because, oh, I lost somebody. Oh, so big deal. I mean, I'm not saying that even if you're telling the truth and you lost somebody that got shot or whatever, sorry about that. But you ain't gonna blame the fucking
filler. I don't. It's funny.
Firearm. Blame the motherfucker that shot him. Now, God, I don't even know where the fuck to start. You guys are so wrong. You're as wrong as two boys fucking. Son, I don't mean to.
Fucking what?
To offend you homosexuals.
I don't mean to. What is that? You just say it, you fucking asshole. If you're gonna be a racist or like a bigot, why aren't you just doing it? You shouldn't. It makes you an asshole. But you don't get to undo it. Like, you can't, like, do it and then reel it back. Like, I didn't mean to offend you. That's not how this works. Like I said, this guy's dead now, so it's fine. It's fine.
But the problem is, here's my plan. The Second Amendment says the people have the right to keep and bear arms. This right shall not be infringed. Okay, we all know that. You can fucking read. Now, the Gun Control Act back in the 30s.
Did you see the part where it says a well-regulated militia being necessary, not a well-armed random group of assholes? I'm not even against, like, having guns. I'm really not at this point. But stop acting like it's a magic thing where you're just supposed to have whatever weapon you want forever. Hate it. Benekagami says, this reminds me for whatever reason. Have you seen the new rich person security grifts called Protector, a mercenary Uber, and Patrol, a mercenary neighborhood police? Oh, Lord.
That took away the assault rifles. You've got the Gun Control Act of 68 that says that crazies and felons can't have one. And you've got the Brady Bill. And you got a whole bunch of this shit. All kinds of what you call laws and acts, regulations. Oh, God, don't let me start on the fucking ATF. That write their own regulations and then to treat them as if they're fucking laws. They're not laws.
Puka, thanks for 51 months.
Neither are your stupid acts. But the point is that the Second Amendment says this right shall not be infringed. It gives no list of acceptable infringements. Not a single...
Phyllis Filler says, I realize this may be controversial, but I don't think it's appropriate for private citizens to own nuclear weapons. That's a hot take right there.
One.
Nuclear hot.
So, here's what you got to do. And don't go blaming Ron Paul because I sound crazy, by the way. I'm just pissed off at you motherfuckers trying to take my firearms rights. Because every time you take the firearms rights away from any country, what goes next? Mass murder. It's everywhere. You got registration, confiscation, mass murder. Get it through your fucking head. The thing that has to happen is everybody needs to get armed. We have foreign invaders in this country right now. They've been bringing in Russian troops and other foreign troops from all over the world.
Oh boy, he's into conspiracies too. Emisor, thank you so much for gifting 20 tier 1 subs. I really, really appreciate it. Helps us get closer to the goal. Only 12 away from 300 subs.
To help disarm America. Okay? This
Phoenix, I will never believe anything positive about me because deep in my heart, I have nothing but contempt for my being. There you go.
cannot happen. Not unless you all want to be dead or slaves. I don't want to be a slave. I'd rather be dead. But I'm not going to be... I'd rather not be either one. And if
I guess he got what he wanted.
If it gets down to it... Well, if it gets down to it, you know what we got to do.
So yeah, he's not amongst the living anymore. Not happy for his death, but I am glad he won't hurt anyone else, so that's good. Let's see what else we have, shall we? I don't recall if we did this one. Remind me if we did or not. And I think I have it somewhere over. Wrong direction. What was that? I didn't, I guess.
Okay. I'll just have... We got Mr. Myrick coming back. We'll close the room. Half of a sovereign to fact 0183. People of the city of Berkeley versus Kamash Daku Myrick.
Magistrate, I'm just going to acknowledge my presence for the record. Patrick Agnick. I'm here as appointed counsel on behalf of the arraignment docket this morning. I did speak to Mr. Myrick in private. I did explain to him he does have the right to counsel. I explained to him, obviously, that right. He's indicated to me unequivocally that he does not want counsel. Mr. Myrick, is that a fair statement?
That is a fair statement.
So with that said, I'm here and present, but with that, I believe Mr. Myrick
Could
will...
you make eggs really get yelled at in the comments? That's a reference to a thing I talked about on a Patreon member-only stream, which you can check out after this stream. We're doing another one.
Will address the court on his own behalf.
Mr. Myrick, you have the right to decline counsel. You also have the right to change your mind. If you do, just notify the court.
Yes, sir.
You've been charged in this citation that was issued on the 22nd day of January at about 5:58 in the morning with driving in the city of Berkeley on Henley near Franklin Street while your license to do so was suspended. Driving on a suspended license is a crime for which you could be incarcerated up to 93 days and or fined $500. You have a right to a trial. Trial can be before a judge or a jury. You can act as your own attorney or you can be represented by counsel. If you cannot afford to retain your own attorney, an attorney can be appointed for you. You'd have the right to confront and cross-examine the witnesses against you. You'd have the right to testify yourself or not to testify. This cannot Berkeley.
Before I move. Well, I totally understand, and I would love to plead, Your Honor. But before I have some questions on the record, before moving forward and concerning the subject matter of the jurisdiction. and the nature and cause of the action that's brought against me.
Okay, was that a full statement? What about the subject matter jurisdiction? You need to say more than what you just said.
The nature of the cause brought against you is a criminal charge.
Okay.
Alleging that you were operating a motor vehicle on the streets of the city of Berkeley while your driver's license was suspended by the Michigan Secretary of State. That is the nature of the charges brought against you.
Is he going to say no, but is it admiralty or common law court?
Thank you, Your Honor. For the record, are you saying that these are criminal charges?
Yeah.
Okay, Your Honor.
The Constitution only grants two kinds of criminal charges: administrative or admiralty or common law. Which does this fall under?
Further, that brings a little bit more confusion for me because under the Constitution, there are two criminal jurisdictions. One is under the common law, and the other one is under admiralty. And
Who could have predicted this? Yeah, the maritime versus admiralty thing isn't new, but someone must have a new script out there, because I've seen this a lot lately, where they will specifically ask, like, what is it under? And they'll say criminal, and then they'll do this thing of the criminal is designated and split into these two things. It's a little bit different than the old script, so I don't know who's selling this new script, but it emphasizes slightly different parts of the sovereign citizen speech. I've heard multiple SovCits do it recently.
That's a military tribunal venue. And under Article 1, Section 8, Clause 17, which one of these criminal jurisdictions am I being brought on charges under?
Mr. Myrick,
Statutory criminal.
your perception as to the nature of the Constitution and its implications is grossly distorted. You're not dealing with reality.
Objection, Your Honor.
You can object.
Objection! What are you objecting to? What are you objecting to with that statement?
All day long, but the bottom line is that what you are alleged with doing is a crime, and you can face you are facing criminal prosecution here with a potential jail sentence of 93 days. Now, this isn't complicated. If you want to come up with words that don't make sense, keep talking. But the bottom line is that there's no correlation with what's going on here and admiralty law whatsoever. And the common law is a civil concept. We have statutes in the state of Michigan, as do all 50 of the states. The federal courts have statutes, and common law is a civil thing. There's no common law crimes.
Exactly. So you've ruled out the common law, Your Honor. So
wow, he just heard whatever he wanted out of that, didn't he? Just complete whiff in terms of any of that connecting in a substantive way.
the other criminal jurisdiction that I can be brought in charges under is under admiralty, and that is a military tribunal.
There is no basis in law or fact for the conclusion that you stated, sir.
Your Honor, you
need
said
a
that
lawyer.
I'm under a criminal. This is a criminal charge, correct?
Yeah.
So which of the two criminal jurisdictions?
You haven't heard
are
what
you
I've said,
thinking of?
sir. This is not a matter of having the two choices that you have spoken to.
Wow.
You are.
Wow. The indignant wow is so funny. What does he think is happening here? Sir, you're incorrect. The information that you were given is incorrect. The wow sounds like you think the judge is doing something wrong. Not. You are incorrect.
Misreading the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the state of Michigan, and the statutes that are brought against you here. There's nothing to do with admiralty. You weren't in a boat.
Well, Your Honor, you two have a sworn oath of office, correct?
So at this point, he believes, because the thing he has been taught or spent money on, because it's not working, he is now reminding the judge of his oath, because at this point, he is under the impression that the judge is lying. It's completely, like, out of his ideas. Like, he can't perceive the idea that he might just be wrong. So what he thinks is happening is that the judge is just pretending he doesn't know the secret real rules. He's just denying what he should be doing through his oath. That's why he's acting like this and reminding the judge of his oath, is because he won't admit that he might be wrong. Therefore, the only thing that could be happening in his perspective is the judge is doing something wrong. He's not. This guy just doesn't know what he's talking about.
I am sworn to uphold the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Michigan, and the statutes related thereto. And that means that I'm not going to.
So you do have a Sixth Amendment obligation to inform me of what jurisdiction.
And I think I have done that. I have told you that the people of the city of Berkeley have brought charges against you.
Well,
There's no corpus delicti. That's not someone that can... There's no body, Your Honor. There's no proof of a crime. I didn't harm anyone.
Your Honor, the people is not a person. If I'm being brought up under criminal charges, there needs to be a corpus delicti, which there isn't. So
If you're like, wow, Hannah knows this really well. No, I don't. It's a very simple script and they all use it. Once you hear it 5 or 6 times, you pretty much get the gist.
I'm asking you.
Do you know any other legal words? Why don't you just mix and match them here? Maybe you could get a Department of Labor form and read a couple lines of that into this record too. Or maybe you'd like to deal with the probate code. But the reality, sir, is that you've been charged with a city ordinance violation. It's clear what the ordinance says. It's clear what you've been charged with. You have a right to be presumed innocent, and you have a right to a trial. We're going to set this for a pre-trial before the trial. You'll be notified by mail. Do you still live on Mendota?
I do. But I have
What
not.
is your phone number?
I'm not issued a plea, Your Honor.
I have entered a plea of not guilty on your behalf.
I object.
What is your phone number,
You cannot
sir?
enter a plea. I do not. I have not
Oh, yeah, I
entered a
can.
plea.
I just did.
Your Honor.
It's always wild to me when they don't understand that standing mute is a thing. You are presumed innocent until proven guilty, so if you refuse to plead, they're going to put in the automatic plea of not guilty because you are owed that as a right to make sure that you aren't just, like, fucked over and make sure you get a trial, ideally a fair trial. You can't just not plead and expect. No one's ever done that in the history of jurisprudence. Like, you haven't come up with a secret trick. They know how to deal with it.
What is your phone number?
There is no plea that you can put in or in because I didn't voluntarily enter in the plea, Your Honor. I'm asking you, Your Honor.
You want me to enter a plea of guilty?
Under the 2 jurisdictions that
There's not
charged
2 jurisdictions.
There's
I don't
only
know how
2
you've been misled
that
to
I can be
believe
charged
that
under
there are.
the Constitution,
No, that's
Your Honor.
Mr. Myrick. That's what your conclusion that there's only 2 jurisdictions here is absolutely without merit.
Your Honor, you said that this is a criminal charge. I'm asking you, Your Honor.
I'm asking you what your phone number is.
I would probably give him the phone number. I think he's pretty close to giving you a contempt charge.
Get down to basics here. You're making this very hard on yourself.
Your Honor, I
What's
have
your
the
phone
right
number?
to assert my right, Your Honor. And
What
I am
is your
asking
phone
you,
number?
Your Honor?
What is your phone number?
My phone number, Your Honor, is...
Yes. I'd like to know it.
Your Honor, we haven't even established what jurisdiction we're in.
We have...
It's been established, you just don't like the answer. Learn the difference.
I have established that. I told you it's the people of the city of Berkeley that brought the charges against you.
Your Honor,
You've said that 3 times now.
You stated on the record that these were criminal charges, Your Honor. I need to have an understanding. By the Constitution, Your Honor, there are only 2 criminal charges.
Where does the Constitution say you have to have an understanding?
Say again, Your Honor?
Where does the Constitution say you have to have an understanding?
By the Sixth Amendment, Your Honor. The
Sixth Amendment says you have to
the right
understand. The Sixth Amendment can't make you understand if you're being unreasonable.
But, Your Honor, I have the right to understand what jurisdiction that I'm being brought under, and you have an obligation to inform me of that jurisdiction, Your Honor.
Which I have done about 17.
You have a right to be informed about the charges. I don't think that inherently means you have to, like, agree that you fully understand them. Don't get me wrong, I think that's what we should be shooting for. But, like, if that were true, there'd be tons of incompetent, like, defendants that would be in a very different situation than they end up being in, unfortunately.
The Constitution under Article 1, Section 8, Clause 17, Your Honor.
Mr. Myrick, your bond is $1,000 cash or surety. It must be paid within 48 hours or there'll be a warrant issued for your arrest.
Your Honor.
That's done. We're through. Good luck.
Your Honor.
Get your own lawyer.
Your Honor, you have not given me a jurisdiction, Your Honor.
I've given you a jurisdiction 4 times. I'm not going to waste any
Your
more
Honor.
time.
Judge,
Your Honor,
oh, he's still there. I thought he hung up on him.
I think you there was a disconnection or something.
No, I disconnected you. If you want to continue, come to the courthouse, sir.
Okay, he did hang up on him, and he didn't get it.
Your Honor.
Come to the courthouse if you want to continue the conversation.
I would like to move for dismissal.
I would like it. It's not good.
Dismissal denied. What are you talking about?
No.
I would like to move.
You're gone.
You can't.
He hung up again. I wonder if he ended up showing up. Do you think he came back? Do you think he came in court in person? Came to court in person? That's something. All right. Here's a sovereign citizen running from the police. Yeah, this is another high-speed chase. Stop running from the cops. Nerdy with 150 stream streak says, "Oh, I timed coming in perfectly. New favorite Sovsit judge? Not my new favorite. I still like that one guy from Texas who wears the cool suits." The caption says a sheriff in Wisconsin attempted to pull over a pickup truck that was being driven by a... can't tell if that's 54. Let me see. There it is. Driven by a 54-year-old and Retzlaff, the owner of a local campground and a known sovereign citizen. Anne initially didn't stop for officers, and a chase ensued. Eventually, Anne drove over stop sticks, flattening all 4 of her tires, which caused her to stop. But after a back and forth with officers on the side of the road, she pulls away again. Okay. These things always look so satisfying to open up, the way they, like, pop out.
Pull over here. Pull over there.
I believe vehicle is stopping. confrontation?
Or, yes, you're right. You're right. Step out of the car. Step out of the car, please.
Oh wow, they have a gun pulled on her. That's not even like a taser. They absolutely have a gun. And they're definitely not aiming it at the tires because the tires are already popped.
Because you fled from us. You fled from us. You didn't stop. Come on, Ann. You gotta step out. You gotta step out of the vehicle. Hey, we can figure out that out later. You gotta step out. Ann?
I was going to get my employees
Okay.
sex trafficking.
Okay. Who else is in
Saying something about sex trafficking, so there's mental illness involved here.
the vehicle with you? Is it just you? And you gotta step out. Okay. Huh?
Okay. And can you just get out and we'll talk about it? Why not? Why are you refusing to get out of the car? I understand that. So just step out of the vehicle. Step out of the vehicle and we'll figure it out.
What? What? Yeah. And
Smash that window.
And
Did he say smash that fucking window? Jesus. I think this is a good example of when having mental health professionals working for the state that could come in during certain situations. Probably a good idea. Someone in a mentally distraught state like this with mental illness isn't going to be calmed down by a bunch of cops getting closer to her. Put it out there. Not really a way to de-escalate this situation with cops. You know what I mean?
I got your lethal cover.
Let's go. And open it up. I'm here to talk to you. That's what you wanted. Shawano County. That's what you wanted. Right? Roll down the window and talk to me. And you're going to roll down the window all the way. Do it now, please. And
why is he covering his cam? I don't think he's necessarily doing it intentionally. I think he has his gun like this. Has it like trained like this, down but ready, and it just happens to kind of center mass body cam is.
you fled. And open up the door. Open up the door, Ann.
Wow, this looks a lot like the area I grew up in. Just bumfuck nowhere, fields, roads. This reminds me a lot where I grew up.
You need to open up the door.
No weapons, right?
And
okay.
I'm giving you the last chance. You need to come out of this vehicle. Yes, you do. And we'll get a Slim Jim.
Why is that cop in a vest without a shirt? He's wearing a shirt. It's like a khaki shirt that is somewhat similar to his skin tone.
Does anybody have one? I don't have one. Do you have a Slim Jim?
If you don't know, a Slim Jim is the thing that like goes into the like window mechanism of a door and can pop the lock. I don't think they work on a lot of cars these days, but old enough cars they work.
And open up the door. You're going to.
Called a pump out stance. Thank you, Trey. I knew there was a word for it because you see like cops and stuff do that all the time. Like down but ready stance.
Yeah, I understand that. Yep, I understand that. But we're past that now, okay? We tried to do a traffic stop on you and you didn't stop. You can't do that. You can't do that, Ann. I told you. Up in Menominee, they tried to do a traffic stop on you, and you didn't stop the vehicle.
Thank you.
That's against the law. You know exactly what I mean. That's what other side. I'll distract you.
Do you know how to use? You know how to use these? You hit the unlock, and I guess we'll just pull her out.
Open it up. Open it up. No, not right now. You don't. No, you don't. No, I'm not. But you're gonna open up the door. No. You need to open up the door.
Justin's doing it.
Because right now you are
got
not
it?
listening.
Oh, I was talking to Kurt. I'm sorry.
It doesn't have to be this way, man.
He takes off again, by the way. So, this isn't even the beginning of the second part of the chase.
Yes, you are under arrest right now. For fleeing.
For trying to get my employee out of a sex
No.
trafficking operation.
Yes, no, you should have stopped and...
She said, for trying to get my employee out of a sex trafficking operation. I don't know where she's getting that idea.
We could have talked to you about it.
Oh my god.
And you need to open up the door right now.
There you go. Yeah. Oh, those rims are fucked. She is too, but like those rims are done.
Shano, she took off.
10-4, copied, she took off.
Affirmative, almost ran over 505 and 1204.
Side. 10-4. Hi, Judicial, she's losing control. This must have She's losing control.
Shannon's trying to roll in roadblock here. We're in the back here.
Get out of the car!
Shano, she stopped! Put your hands behind your back!
Relax.
Put your hands behind your back!
Wait, everybody just relax.
Stop fighting, Ann! Put your hands behind your back!
We got it.
Wow.
Put your hands, Ann!
Siren.
Who just
Go
put
get your
something?
siren.
Somebody
Search
just
her- no,
put
search
something
her-
in my hand. Sex trafficking house in
There it
Menominee County to arrest you guys are involved in fucking
And
pressure
you
on
get
it.
traffic going on
Just
lane
give me
2.
some gauze. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry you guys are involved in this shit. This is bullshit. I was going to rescue my employee from sex trafficking house in Menominee County, Crow territory. Crow territory. They have murdered a lot of people around here, and none of you do anything about that. But you're gonna stop
I think
me?
it's the left hand.
We're just gonna wrap up your hands.
But
so
just
it
wrap
stops
the whole
bleeding.
thing. Just wrap it.
It's ripping from right here
Yeah.
somewhere. Have a seat in.
Okay.
Menominee, that's in Wisconsin. That sounds like a fun place to live. Menominee, do 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 do. Menominee, do 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 do.
Are you good?
I didn't flee anything. I was trying to save someone.
Yeah, she's very
37.
delusional.
I don't need to go to the hospital. I don't need to go to the hospital.
I have Ann on board. I'll be out to TCS with 5:15. If you could advise security, we'll be there in 5 minutes, and she's relatively cooperative.
That's surprising, given what's happened thus far. I don't know if that's a local tribe. I didn't catch it, but she's accusing someone of sex trafficking. If you recognize the name, I guess.
Dude, I'm 52 years old. I had shoulder surgery. I've been in a motorcycle accident. I hurt.
Isn't it crazy that, like, every sovereign citizen we have on here, when they get arrested and get handcuffed, they all have had some kind of surgery or something that causes them to not be able to be handcuffed? You know what I mean? Like, I want to believe people when they're like, oh, I have shoulder issues. But also, it's like every single one, and that's statistically unlikely. So I'm not saying any individual one of these people are lying, but like, it's every one of them, so statistically some of them are lying, right?
We're
505, she's taking care of
as soon as we get to the
In a lot of Sovset scripts, it tells them to say that. Ah, that makes sense.
hospital, when it's safe to do so, we can adjust the handcuffs for you.
I haven't done anything wrong.
Okay.
I have not done anything wrong. Are you questioning what you just did out there?
Not at all, ma'am.
Young officer, do you think this is right?
I'm not going to get into the what's right and what's wrong about this.
Get into what is right and what is constitutional. This is completely against my rights. I am a sovereign person. I did not do anything wrong. I didn't hurt anyone. I did no damage. You guys created all this mess. I didn't do this shit. Your sheriff's department did this. That kidsman, Tommy, motherfucker, he did all of this. He wrecked my truck. That is, my truck's name is Bella, by the way. That's for beautiful. You got all the criminals around here, and you gotta come after me.
Do you have any injuries that need medical treatment, in your opinion?
Hurts, and you got it locked behind my back.
Okay.
Right shoulder cuff surgery. I was in a motorcycle
Phoenix
crash.
says, LOL, small towns. I hope to never set foot in a town that small again. I grew up in the middle of nowhere, and it's a nightmare of ignorant people. What a shit show. I don't know why people like these fucking places. I'm telling ya.
Right now.
Okay. Well, we will be at the hospital in about 2 minutes, and we will have them look at it.
The sheriff's department for putting me in this situation. This is ridiculous. I was going to help my employee. You know how many boyfriends she has? They traffic her for drugs. They take advantage of her. She's beautiful.
Stop late by the bridge.
It makes me sick. And none of you go after those assholes, but you go after me because I'm trying to keep her from that crap. And I'm the one with cuffs on.
You think she's on crack? If she's on anything, she's probably on meth. Like, rural communities aren't as much crack. It's more like meth or like prescription painkillers. The text said she was arrested in a drug bust previously. Darlin Dr. Lambchop says, I lived too close to downtown growing up. I'm so glad I am more on the outskirts now. Still close enough to shop, but away from serious crowding. Yeah, I'm talking about, like, I lived in the middle of nowhere. Like, it was in the middle of farm fields. There was not a city around. Like, to get to a city, it would be like a 30 or 40-minute drive. The nearest place was a tiny town. Nearest grocery store that was as big as like a Walmart was like a 50-minute drive away. It was a fucking nightmare. MH Dark Beast with a 5-stream streak says, hey Hannah, remember Polly Pockets in the male versions? Not sure if you like the show, but it's amusing. What is it? Pre-order alert, Mattel Office Polly Pockets. Oh my god, they're Polly Pockets, but the Office. Baha will fucking love these. Because she was a huge fan of Polly Pockets growing up, and we're both big fans of The Office. She's gonna dig this. That's very cool. Thanks for letting me know. When's that come out? I'll have to take a look and see if I can get that for some point. Where is that video?
That's it? Okay. Go ahead and move your arm for me.
When you get to the jail, you can make your phone call. Whoever you want to call, you can call anybody.
All right? Get those handcuffs adjusted, and then we'll figure things out.
I think you're a good guy.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
I just can't believe that because I was going to help one of my employees from a sex trafficking operation, that I'm the one that is in cuffs right now.
That's not the issue, Ann. The issue is that you didn't stop when there was a police officer behind you.
But I didn't do anything wrong.
I understand that, but you
I didn't do
still-
anything wrong.
You should have stopped and explained that to them. okay?
Why? So you could break in my window and pop my tires and fucking put me in cuffs?
Do you want the handcuffs adjusted?
I want them off.
Well, they're not
I
going to
haven't
come
done
off.
anything illegal.
They're not.
You. Oh, this poor lady. I know she's delusional. I know. I'm not laughing at that. It's just the absurdity of someone. Obviously, she's not in her right mind. But someone running from the cops twice and being like, I've done nothing illegal. Funny.
Coming off. So what happened in Menominee County? Okay, whatever driving behavior.
Menominee County is a very bad county. They have a lot of criminals.
They tried to stop you. You did not stop. If you had,
Let
let me finish talking. Okay.
Yeah, that's paranoia.
Take that one off, please. I had right shoulder
I
cuff surgery
don't have a
again.
belt.
It hurts.
Just wait.
So,
Early,
I'll
can you
watch.
put him in front, please?
He's gonna go and grab a belt, I believe. Okay, so the handcuffs will be in front then. Okay.
My shoulder's killing me right
I know
now.
he's grabbing a belt and the handcuffs can be
I'm
in front.
52 years old. I was in a motorcycle. I haven't done anything criminal. Okay, I haven't done anything wrong.
Okay, well, like I already told you, you did not stop for Menominee County. You did not stop for Shawano County. And then when we tried to get you to exit the vehicle, you refused and then almost ran over a couple of our deputies. So yes, you did. So that right there is committing a crime.
It is not a crime to go home.
It is a crime to
It is not a crime to go home.
It is a crime to not follow law enforcement orders when you have been
If
told
they're
you are
illegal,
under. They're not
immoral, unethical, or unsafe, I don't have to follow them. Do you know the Constitution?
You can go ahead and talk to a lawyer about that.
All right, please put your hand back in here.
I don't know where she thinks it says that in the Constitution.
Just
Can you hold this?
I've been working my ass off and I am tired.
All right, put your hand right in here for me. Yep.
Why do I have to be handcuffed again?
Because we're telling you to.
For what?
We already said failure to listen to us, obstruction, fleeing. Yes.
Wonderful. And you really think that this is right? To do this to a law-abiding citizen, you can just arrest me?
They literally already stated they don't think. I know. Why am I arguing? Why am I arguing? Why do I do it in the first place? None of them can hear me. I know how video works. But also, even if she could hear me, she's ill. Like, she's...
I feel like it.
You're being arrested because you failed to stop for a law enforcement officer, not because we feel like it.
Because I was under threat. She was coming from a sex trafficking house.
And can you have a seat, please?
Yeah, we need, like, a secondary track to put people on if they're, like, mentally ill like this to the point of, like, complete outside of the scope of reality. Not good. That would require putting money into some sort of public service, and I think that's pretty out of the question for the next forever, unfortunately, so can expect things to get worse.
Sit on the bed, or should I get
I'm
you a
gonna
chair?
just stand here.
Okay. Are you good for a second? I'll pull my car up.
I want Sheriff Bieber here to
Okay,
talk to
he's
me.
not coming here. So like I said, when you get to the jail, you can make any phone calls you want.
How about if we just call your boss?
My boss was the one that was on the highway.
And he's a crook.
No, he's not. You failed to stop. You failed to listen to us. If you feel, and you're talking about the Constitution, if you feel that you were wrongfully stopped, then you go to the courts and settle it that way.
You caused me to bleed.
You
failed.
failed.
You popped out my tires in my
Okay,
truck.
all right, like I said, if you want to throw the Constitution at me and you were to get stopped, you have a right to go to court and fight it and plead your case. You chose not to do that. No, let me finish talking. You failed to do that. You had then fled from Menominee County, fled from Shawano County. When you were stopped, you did not get out of your vehicle. Again, failed to listen. You cannot take the law into your own hands, Anne. That is not how.
Well,
no,
maybe
stay quiet. I'm explaining it.
Maybe you should f***ing do your job and f***ing arrest the criminals.
Okay, well, you technically.
Where was the coming from?
I'm not Menominee County, Ann. I don't know. And at this point, the only criminal that I'm dealing with was the person who ran from us. That's you. That is why you were under arrest.
You are so ignorant.
Okay, well, that's fine. You can have your opinion of me. That's fine. It's not true, but that's okay.
Where are you from?
Shawano. Yes, from Shawano. I don't know.
And you don't know any of the crimes that have been committed here? You don't know of all the murders, all the missing people? You don't know anything about that in your law enforcement?
Okay. I think you have a misunderstanding right now
I
of
don't
what's going
have
on.
any.
Okay.
I am very cognizant of what happens here.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm just trying to figure out who the bad cops are and who the good cops are.
Okay, and that's right. You can continue to
Are
think
you a
so.
good cop or bad cop?
Well, it doesn't quite matter what I tell you. I'm
So
a
you're
good.
a bad cop.
I'm a good cop, but you're
Okay.
gonna have your own opinion of anybody, just like I have my opinion. Everyone else has their own opinion.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Can I wash my blood off my hands?
If you want, you can use this right here. Otherwise, the doctor is gonna come and take a look at
I
your blood.
don't want any medical care.
Okay. Well, you're here to get
You're bleeding.
cleared. So.
I do not want anybody touching me or probing me right now.
Well,
I have a right to an attorney, and until I can make a call to my lawyer, nobody's fucking touching me.
Okay.
I really hope whoever they get to be her attorney, or if she has an attorney, is able to talk her down, because hoo boy.
I just had to ask. Okay, all right, thanks.
Thank you.
Ready? All right, Ann.
We're getting out of here.
Thank you. So the Native Americans that I believe, not Stockbridge, but Muncie tribe.
Okay. Let's walk and talk.
They have the oldest DNA that is closest to Jesus Christ.
This way.
Oh, it's feeling like Tuesday.
DNA.
Okay.
So the human sex child traffickers that are in our area that you guys should know about,
Yep.
they take little Native American babies and they traffic them.
Okay.
Okay, they look for people like, she's beautiful.
Yep.
They breed them. They take the kids away from them and they put them into Child Protective Services.
Okay.
They go into the system. The system aligns them with pedophiles.
Okay.
Or
Does this have to do with the Wayfair scandal? You're probably a believer in that.
God damn it! Why does the cop know about this shit?
I don't know what the Wayfair scandal
Keep
is.
going. Keep walking with me. The one at the furniture store, the online furniture store. Where
Why
you
is he feeding her more conspiracies? This irresponsible fuckboy. Don't tell her more child trafficking conspiracies, you fucking idiot.
order children?
I just want to yell at this motherfucker. Are you stupid? This person is clearly a paranoid. Like, they're paranoid and delusional, and you're gonna feed them another scary paranoid delusion? Idiot! Overthought with 100 bits says, again, the tinfoil people take a grain of truth, native people being taken from families, and combining with things that are false.
Yeah, where you can order a locker that should cost like $15.
Yeah, and
you
it's
pay
like
20
50.
grand.
Yeah.
Amazon,
Can
Facebook,
you sit down for me?
Yahoo, all of them. They all sell children.
So this is all, is it all linked to what you're telling me?
Yes.
I do understand what you're saying.
And they
I am going to hope in this moment that the cop is trying to find a point that he can get her to trust him. Because the idea that the cop is unironically agreeing with the probable schizophrenic makes me want to punch myself in the face over and over and over again. And I'm literally rubbing the arms of this to comfort myself. Wow. I got things going on, don't I?
Native American babies.
Do you want to be buckled up?
No, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Thank you. All right, would you please step out?
Okay, that's enough of that video. Let's watch literally anything else. Holy shit. This one's only 4 minutes, so pretty brief. Oh, we're about halfway through the stream. We are, after this, doing a Patreon and YouTube member-only stream, so if you want to be a part of that, join the YouTube as a member, or become a paid patron at patreon.com/HannahReloaded. If you want to support the stream other ways, you can gift subscriptions. We're almost to 300 for the month. You could become a subscriber yourself. You could gift bits or do tips. All right, ad over.
Okay, whoever is Juan Flores's box is muted, so I'm not hearing anything. They can unmute themselves if they've got some business with this court.
Hi, Judge. I am Counselor Flores, and I am resident McLaughlin's counselor, and they have him here right now.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Yep.
Jesse Travis McLaughlin.
Yeah.
This is State of Kansas versus Jesse Travis McLaughlin. It's case number 2024 CR 397. Mr. McLaughlin appears from a Hutchinson Correctional Facility Zoom location. Brett Sweeney appears for the state of Kansas. Mr. McLaughlin, I have before me a charge of battery against a law enforcement officer, a level 5 person felony. Since a felony is involved, you will not be asked to plead at this time. Rather, a preliminary hearing scheduling will be made before your assigned judge, which is the Honorable Jan Satterfield. Judge Satterfield's next docket for that purpose would be April 7, 2025, 2:30 p.m. You must fully participate by Zoom in Judge Satterfield's docket at that time, April 7, 2:30 p.m. I trust, Mr. McLaughlin, that you, being in prison, don't have the financial resources to hire your own lawyer.
That's all right. I can represent myself.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll go well.
Okay, well, you can take that request up with Judge Satterfield. At this point,
Every
in
man
the
must
abundance
speak
of
for
caution,
himself, Your
I will
Honor.
appoint a lawyer, and then you can, before Judge Satterfield, properly conduct a proceeding if you really do want to
Point
represent.
of order. What gives you jurisdiction to appoint a lawyer over me?
Oh.
I have statutory authority to do so. So, Mr.
So what
I'm
gives
going to
you
appoint a lawyer at this
what
point.
gives you jurisdiction over me? You must establish.
He's the judge, sir. He's the judge. He's got one of these, and when he bangs it, it means something, and he can direct sheriffs to your house to arrest you. Do you have the power to summon sheriffs to people's house to arrest them? I don't think so.
Establish jurisprudence as a point of order.
I'm not going to play your sovereign citizen gibberish game.
I'm not a sovereign citizen, sir. I'm
All
not a
right.
sovereign citizen.
You sound like one.
Well, I'm not.
All right. I assure you I have jurisdiction. So we've got a court date
What
set
level spell is that for a judge? It's a cantrip.
before Judge Satterfield. I'm going to appoint James Watts at this point to represent Mr. McLaughlin, noting he's made a request to
How does the YouTube Patreon thing work? Basically, after stream, I'm gonna do a community post on YouTube and a Patreon post on Patreon. And if you're either a paid patron member or a member on YouTube, on the YouTube community feed, you'll get a message and a link to the stream. You'll get one on the Patreon feed as well, if you are a patron. It's either or, though, of course. If you are a member, you'll get it through the member feed on YouTube, or rather through the community post feed, and on Patreon, it'll be on the Patreon. Black's Law Dictionary request. Do you want me to look up surgeon? Can do.
represent himself. Again, that's to be a matter taken up fully before the assigned judge, Satterfield, at the hearing date on April 7 at 2:30 or some later time. And the court will set a $5,000 cash or professional surety bond, though obviously it's not going to affect his current incarcerated status. All right, bond set, attorney appointed, court date established on Judge Satterfield's calendar. Anything else we need to address at this time, Mr. Sweeney?
No, Your Honor.
Let's hope not. Surgeon, one whose profession or occupation is to cure diseases, defects, or injuries of the body by manual operation, one who practices surgery.
Mr. McLaughlin? Apparently not.
Yeah, you need to address a point of order.
As a
I've
first
addressed all of
order
the
in
points
court
of order
order,
that
the
I'm
first
inclined
thing
to
you
address
must
today.
do is establish
Mr.
your
McLaughlin.
jurisdiction.
The McLaughlin matter is currently in recess, and we'll move on to another matter on the docket.
I object to moving on in any manner.
Objection noted and overruled, Mr. McLaughlin. All right, let's move
Request
on.
a copy of. I
Thank you
request a
to the
copy of the
Hutchinson
minutes,
Correctional Facility.
transcripts, these proceedings.
We can go ahead and take him off the meeting at this time.
What function does bond have when the person is already in custody? He might be getting out of custody, because I don't think this is his official arraignment. I think he's actually getting arraigned next time. So I think he will get to leave. I could be wrong, but I do think he's going to get to leave at least until the arraignment. That'll be determined. The bond is to make sure he comes back for that. I don't know why he had a thing before his arraignment today. A little strange. I imagine there's a reason. I believe we already watched this one, right? We watched this one where she was quite funny. This gentleman was there. Pretty sure we watched that one together already. I don't recall if we watched this one.
Your Honor, it's my understanding that Mr. Cunningham is representing himself, and as this is the start of a new proceeding, the people just ask that the defendant be advised of his rights to representation.
I'm advised of my rights to representation right now. I'm waiting for the subpoena to come back. So I was asking the court for a adjournment until the 31st, considering the subpoena has not came back and nobody has not contacted me since I put the subpoena in. If y'all need a reference of basically when the subpoenas was sent out, that would be, I can send that to you. And then also, as far as the original witness is not on the witness list, the accuser, quote unquote. And then also, Your Honor, I was supposed to ask for a motion for the case in whole with the videotapes and the transcripts, which still has not been sent out to me. So I'm also waiting for that as well, Your Honor.
Mr. Cunningham, it's generally considered to be a very bad idea to represent yourself. I want to advise you that if you do choose to represent yourself, that you're held to the same standards as an attorney. And as you know, attorneys go to school for years to learn how to do what they do. I won't be able to help you to
practice law, ma'am. You don't need,
to follow the rules.
To practice law, you don't need to be a part of the bar association. Sorry. I already looked that up. Unless Mr. Lou Dang can show me a license, and I'm not talking about a bar license as well, I would dearly appreciate that as well. But yes, I rather represent
this condescending attitude should get him real far.
Myself. Man.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to show me a license, we can go all day.
You want to show me a license so we can go all day? Why is he coming immediately as adversarial? Why is he doing this? This is so bad.
Actually, I'm talking about the practice law, man. I'm talking about the practice law. There's you don't have to have a license to practice law. I mean,
you do. You can be your own attorney, but you can't be someone else's attorney. I also want to point out that he appended the name counsel to his name on Zoom. So he gave himself the title of counsel, even though, again, he's not really. He's just a pro se litigant, a pro se defendant. But he's given himself the title as though he's the lawyer, so that's great.
This is not the first time I've been in front of you.
I know that, sir. You said that you wanted to see a copy of Mr. Danner's license.
Okay, well, you just kind of, I mean, I'm not taking it as a threat or anything, but you just stated it because he went to law school or whatever, that basically I still don't know my rights, man.
So because this guy went to law school, he knows all about the law? What, next you're gonna tell me just because a surgeon went to surgeon school, he knows how to cut into people properly? Ridiculous. This is America. We can do whatever we want. Even, nay, especially when it's incredibly stupid.
So one of my
Mr.
rights I'm
Cunningham?
asking is basically, yes, ma'am.
I'm required by law to advise you that it's a bad idea for you to represent yourself. I'm not doing it to
So is that
threaten you or
can I
intimidate
ask
you
a
or
question,
scare
ma'am?
you or anything else. I'm doing it because I'm required to.
Well, ma'am, I'm gonna ask this question then, ma'am. Is that advisement privately or commercially, ma'am? Is that advisement privately,
sorry?
Commercially, ma'am?
I
Is
didn't
that
understand your question.
advisement privately or commercially?
It's
Are
just,
you
it's part of the colloquy for making sure that you understand the perils of being a pro se defendant. That's it. It's not advice. Part of the fucking colloquy.
Advising me commercially or privately? You just stated it, advising.
I'm
ma'am.
advising you on the
advised me
record.
basically get attorney. Ma'am.
I'm advising you on the
ma'am.
record.
So would that be
What, sir?
privately? Would that be commercially, ma'am?
It's neither. It's on the record.
How is it neither on the record when basically it's a you're not my attorney, so how can you advise me to do anything?
There are lots of things.
It's a question, ma'am. It's a question, ma'am. I'm just asking, how can you advise me to do anything unless you're a representative, unless you some type of representative, have some type of contract with the Cunningham party? Let me know, ma'am. Unless other than that, you're an arbitrator.
Mr.
Sorry.
Cunningham, every time that you appear in front of me when you're representing yourself, I'm going to give you the same advice, which is that you would be better served by having an attorney. I have to
Such
do
as
that.
the last three judges, ma'am.
Excuse me, sir.
Sir. Yeah, it's the correct advice. That would be like saying, oh, the last 3 doctors recommended I stop eating gravel. They're all in on a conspiracy. Like, no, they're just giving you the same advice. Stop eating gravel. Where did that go?
Give me a minute to talk. Every time you appear in front of me representing yourself, I'm going to advise you again that it's a bad idea. I'm going to advise you again that you'll be held to the same standard as an attorney. And I'm required to do that. If it becomes a problem for you that I advise you that you'd be better served by having an attorney, then we're not going to get along very well, sir. I'm doing what I am required to do by law, which is to advise you on the record that you would be better served by having an attorney. And I'm telling you right now, I'm going to do it every time that you appear.
Well, to get along, first of all, to get along and be in basically correct court proceedings and facts will be 2 different things, man. So
Oh, fuck.
to get along,
He's so condescending. He thinks he knows criminal procedure better than the judge, who presumably has been providing over criminal procedures for years.
I didn't ask you anything, sir.
It sounded like a threat. Excuse me.
I did not ask you any
I
questions.
just listened to what you had to say, man. You're cutting me off. I just went through
Mr.
this
Cunningham?
with Ms. Perry, man. I was only stating my claim, man. I thought it was my turn to talk. If it's not my turn to talk, just let me know. I thought it was my turn to talk. If it's not, just let me know. But I thought it was my turn to talk. You just interrupted me.
What do you want to say to me, sir?
I just said what I was saying. I was trying to get a adjournment until basically I get the information back from the subpoenas. And I'm asking basically Lou Dang, the attorney, to actually have the original witness, Calvin Kleinoff, on his witness list, man. That's all I'm asking. Other than that, I'm not asking anything else.
Your Honor,
Yes.
2 things. First, if Mr. Cunningham would like an adjournment of this matter, I have no objection to Mr. Cunningham receiving an adjournment of this matter whatsoever. Secondly, the people are under no obligation whatsoever unless this matter is set for trial to produce any witness unless there is an evidentiary hearing in which there's a motion that is filed for an
He's rolling his eyes at the fucking prosecutor.
Hearing requesting the admission of an individual party who will be considered a res gestae witness to this matter, as there has been no articulation as such, and as Magistrate Garwood is not a party to the case, and also since Officer Kavanaugh, I believe in this case, would only be the officer who swore out the information, or in this case, or the complaint. In this case, that Mr. Cunningham, would you mind 1 second, sir? Would you mind 1 second? Thank you, sir. So, Your Honor, if Mr. Cunningham wants a trial to be able to exercise the court's authority of subpoena, then he can request a trial date and then try to have that occur. or he can file the proper motion, as I am in receipt of a motion that is not the proper motion to be filed, nor is the relief that he is seeking such relief that this court would have the authority to grant. So it is my understanding that even if he wanted the adjournment or whatever subpoenas to go out or anything of that nature, that would be a non-starter, as that is not what would occur, as none of this was properly done according to the court rules or case law. So, but if he does want a trial, or if he wants, he can request a trial, and then he would be able to subpoena witnesses to be there to testify at a trial, as the court would fully advise him of that right. Beyond that, Your Honor, I am not in receipt of any intelligible motion in which he has stated any kind of claim in which this court could grant any relief.
Excuse me, ma'am. I wasn't done talking, ma'am. If you look,
I wasn't done talking.
At first the document A1 basically was sent to the Cunningham party. What was it? October 26, 2020. Basically, you look at A1 evidence. Evidence. The states on there, Ryan Kavanaugh. He's not an officer. It just states that original witness. Now, the original witness, basically, what we haven't had an motion for is basically for the head of the case. I can't think of his name. Matthews. That basically, quote unquote, they tried to amend in that him to be the original witness, when basically the original witness was actually Ryan Kavanaugh, who basically is not a complaining officer, is not a officer. He was a regular civilian on the road. That basically they
wait. Does he think that a complainant inherently has to be a cop? No, that's funny, because that's usually the opposite of what they complain about. Usually sovereign citizens say, like, there's no corpus delicti, where's the victim? Who said, no one is here to be a witness against me. And now that there is a witness that's, like, just a random other citizen, he's like, that's bullshit, it's not a cop. Toreador, thanks for 57 months.
Try to put in.
That's many months, and I really appreciate your subscription, thank you.
After the fact that basically I was not supposed to be on U of M territory, and then they searched my property, and then from there they tried to add in Mr. Matthews as the original witness, when basically he cannot be the original witness if he's in charge of the case. That's kind of like a contradiction. And then at the same point in time, he did not sign up under a penalty of perjury as well. So, I mean, I'm confused here, man, at this point in time. But I will take the adjournment, find out if I can get the rest of my subpoena to go further or more than that. So if we can go to subpoena 31st, from there, my motion for a subpoena from there, I would gladly enlighten you about this case.
Okay, so that's part one. There is a part two where he sees the next judge.
Cunningham, do you still wish to represent yourself?
Yes, remain as always, which basically I put in documentation sent to the court. May have you reviewed or made a decision from there.
Mr. Cunningham, what I have from you, it appeared to be an attempt to write a subpoena.
An attempt to write a subpoena. That's what you want to hear. Your attempted filing.
And I'm sorry?
I say yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked that neither judge has made him take off his hat. Usually pretty not cool to wear a hat in a courtroom. Even though it's digital, usually they consider the call to still be treated like a courtroom.
I'm not going to sign that subpoena. First of all, it's not in the right format. And second of all, it's directed to people who are not subject to subpoena, court officers.
Excuse me.
Oh, he was trying to subpoena people from the court. Cool. Quote
unquote, put my words on top of your words. One of them, that's only one of them. The second one is actually showing, which has wrote the subpoena for, stating when I had got identification within the jurisdiction. Now, to the jurisdiction that I came from before I came here is not the same, madam. Sorry. At the same point in time, I have not got no correspondence with the subpoenas that I have put out, what I have put in the workers myself, and also its contract.
Right, but they're saying those subpoenas are bad. They're saying the subpoenas are bad?
To solidify these subpoenas to the necessary people that it's supposed to go to. Now, from there, I'm talking to you, which basically pre-trial, which is at this point in time, if you want to make a decision with or with not, I'm putting it out hopefully somewhere around 23, 25 days of the month. So from there, from basically the subpoena that basically I'm trying to get to, which is supposed to be on the witness list, which is on the also, excuse me, I might be slurring my speech a little bit. Simple fact of the matter is I might be a little intimidated by basically who you may have associated with quote unquote RICO Act, which is you as well, which has to do with housing.
I'm sorry, he's trying to RICO the court? He's trying to say that there's basically a conspiracy against him, that there's like a racketeering group in the court, that it's organized crime.
And throughout this jurisdiction of the Washtenaw County. Now, excuse me. If you want to look at, which is basically supposed to be on their witness list, is basically the motion for Bradley versus United States, which basically comes to the identification of what's jurisdictional.
From his logic, that makes perfect sense. From human logic, it falls apart a bit. It's funny, because you can tell in their heads they have this whole idea where it's like they think they're in a movie and like, we're gonna put the whole system on trial. But like, this is all that happens, is it falls apart into nonsense because they have no idea what they're talking about.
Act, what has to go by every constitutional state, basically including the United States, 10 mile additional law. I had a basic contract with a passport. Let's say it's from there. Now, what they sent me is basically within we can say go back to A1. Now, if we go back to A1, as far as the motion and also the other motion that I put forth before me talking to you. Now, A1, as far as in the as far as the evidence, name and address, not correct. Now, the name and address is not correct, which basically, to me, has not been in any type of reference to why this is not correct. Now, the witness states, Ryan Kavanaugh. Now, Ryan Kavanaugh is not on the witness list, which basically I've been asking, and which basically, as far as the transcripts and the videotapes, you have not presented or, excuse me.
Oh, congrats. I just saw the thing about the engagement, by the way. Oh, Afghanistan. Congratulations. That's awesome.
The attorneys, excuse me, I just had a little hiccup because I'm down on battery, excuse me. So they have not supplied me with the transcripts or the videotapes. It's supplied basically why they're
basically The basically drinking game. If you want to die, take a drink every time he says basically. That is a joke. Do not do that. Asterisk. Joke.
That some of this documentation that they sent me is not agreeing to what they have already equivocated. Now, they tried to, excuse me, and move the primary witness. Now, with my primary witness, what I just stated is Ryan Kavanaugh. That's not on the witness list.
Okay, so Mr. Cunningham, I'm gonna stop you, Mr. Cunningham.
Yes, ma'am.
If there is a motion,
yes, ma'am.
Excuse me?
I'm asking supply this information or did this case. Simple.
Dirty says, sadly, I drank my Coke Zero already, so I can't join in. Sad face. I'm out of Coke Zero too until I get paid tomorrow. Send me money for Coke Zero via tips.
If you're going to make it, Cunningham, it needs to be in writing. And the
It's
only
already in writing, ma'am. Whether the excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt, but whether Lou Sedan have justified and read through the motions and documents that's submitted, that's not on me, ma'am. I'm asking at this point in time, you subtract or dab it this case, or we go from there, which basically right now is only a motion, which basically, excuse me, it will be under the RICO Act. Simple fact is you and him have ties to, such as the Housing Association. I'm just making a statement here.
Why does he think the judge has ties to the Housing Association?
Simple fact of the matter is Housing Association, Washington Association of a degree of basically to supply law or put knowledge of law to. Excuse me, it's kind of a little bit Greek, probably a little had some of the people, but at the end of the day, I'm just asking, he doesn't have the supply witness, basically Ryan Kavanaugh, on the document as a witness. If he doesn't have him on the witness, it's basically what they sent me to October 27th, 2020. Basically, I'm asking for this case to be dismissed, man. That's simple, cut, dry to what it is. Anything over there, I'm listening and understanding. Excuse me. I'm writing notes.
All right, Mr. Danner, would you like to respond?
Yes, Your Honor. In response to the motion for subpoena that is before this court.
Afghanistan is 12B. Okay, I didn't see that you changed your username.
Your Honor, I'm asking that this court deny defendant's motion as he has failed to state a claim upon
which
still
on this guy? We're almost done. I know he's
relief can be granted. He has not stated a relief that this court is able to provide at this time, nor has he provided
the reasonable lawyer, since that's just going to be generic lawyer speak.
Denied.
Sorry, what'd you just say, Mr.
Oh my God, he put on sunglasses in court. I wear my sunglasses in court. I wear my sunglasses in court, so I
can I rebuke that? First of all,
Mr. Cunningham, I'm going to stop you.
Yes, ma'am.
I've read the motion. In fact, I've read it a couple of times and listened to what you have said here today. And I agree with Mr. Danner that there is no support for what you're requesting, and both motions are denied. The oral motion to dismiss that you made today.
How you gonna deny?
For a subpoena.
Oh, he's gonna try and talk over her ruling. That's a strategy.
Just take them. They're both denied.
Excuse me. How you gonna deny a fact that basically is not solidified? They don't have the Ryan Kavanaugh on the basically what they sent to me is Ryan Kavanaugh, but now they don't have Ryan Kavanaugh on their witness list. Now, why don't have Ryan Kavanaugh on my witness list is one thing. Now, two, here it is. I'm not supposed to be on U of M property is quote unquote his quote unquote investigator who basically investigate, quote unquote, excuse me, shit. Simple fact of the matter is I'm not supposed to be on U of M property. Now, if I'm not supposed to be on U of M property, that means here it is. They have to get some type of subpoena or something to bring me in to solidify that basically I know what's going on at that point in time. Now, here it is. I'm in U of M.
Mr. Cunningham, I'm going to mute you now so that I can speak,
and here it is. They run my territory.
All right. We can call the next case.
That's the funniest when they just mute them and leave them to ramble at themselves.
4 on the docket, People versus Kevin Bailey, 22-263 FH.
He's still going. He's still going.
Counsel.
Some people say he's still there yelling to this very day. What else do we have? What was this one? Did we do
So
this?
what gives you...
Yes, we did that one.
Wollongong Highway Patrol.
Thank you.
I'm required by law to let you know I'm wearing a body-worn video camera that's recording, and there's cameras in the Highway Patrol car that are recording.
That's fine, no dramas at all.
All right, do you...
Rick M with 160 stream streak says traveling, not driving for 160 streams. That's insane. That's so many streams to watch back to back. Thank you.
Do you agree that I've directed you into the RBT site for the purposes of random testing?
I agree, you pulled me in for that, yeah.
Do you agree that I've asked you to produce your driver's license?
Yes, and do you agree that I've said to you that is a commercial contract to the Roads and Maritime Services, and that is a separate corporation to the New South Wales Police Force, which is a different ABN, so you didn't have the consent by me, I am the beneficiary and the executor of that legal fiction name. You didn't have the consent to even look up the details of that commercial contract to the RMS, because you're a separate...
Wow, that's a lot. No, you don't need special anything to look up a license plate. That's not a thing. That's why it's on the outside of the car, so it can just be looked up whenever.
For corporation.
Did we see this one? I wasn't positive. I still had it saved. I can move on to the next one. Sorry.
Can I get your details?
I still had a few Australian ones left. I must have forgot to unsave that one after we watched it.
What's your badge number?
I'm going to explain everything to you, John.
No, I'll just get all your badge numbers.
So it's at 10:24
What's your badge number?
Yesterday, 21st of July, 2022.
4445. Senior Sergeant First Class. And which one have we got? Constable here?
Victor Harbour,
what's
in Poundlot. 79356.
What's your name?
Senior Constable Jerome Kay.
And you, what's your name, sir?
Sergeant Smith.
Sergeant Smith, and we got...
Senior Constable Bradley.
Sorry?
Senior Constable Bradley.
Senior Constable Bradley.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks, John.
What's your name?
John.
Your number.
John.
I'm getting my details.
76948.
You guys are illegally on my property. What's here? What's your name, mate?
My name?
Yeah.
Why are you asking my name, mate?
You're on my property, mate. I'm asking you.
I'm on your property because we are impounding your vehicle. That's the
Oh, we
reason.
did this one too, Hannah, you stupid bitch. Remove things from your lists when you watch them. Okay, I know we didn't watch this one. This is a group of a variety of sovereign citizens from, again, down under, who are trying to swear themselves in as sheriffs. Not real sheriffs, but fake sheriffs that they just think they get to create.
Canada, and I should have done Michael's on record, but just for today, and I'll send you the recording little bit. Okay, Don?
Okay.
Beautiful. Are you ready to take your oath under the Crown of England, UK blood, and the new nation international of Aurora?
International of Aurora, that's a new one for me. Haven't heard that one.
Yes, I am.
Let's go. Belinda.
The guy just lighting a cigarette. Coca-Cola Slut, which is a good name. With a $5 tip, says Hannah Reloaded is brought to you by viewers like you. Thank you. And by the Coke Zero Self-Esteem Fund for Girls. Thank you for the money for cola.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yes, we've got our JP. Thank you. Go ahead.
All right. So I, Dominic Phillip of the family Saint Jean, hereby commit my full honor to my country to protect and serve. I stand within each or either UK-born, tribal terra australis-born, or Australis-born, Scottish and Irish and other English soil, or settler thereof, past, and those future approved by law and lore. By courts, by law and lore, safe passage on soil, and seas, air, and shores, in the lands thereof. I honor all travel to Commonwealth nations and lands, laws, and protection thereof. My UK ancestry, sheriffs on this soil. I speak oath to protect and serve under UK sheriff law. My tribal blood as a woman, as a man living on soil and ancestors of past under lore. I commit myself to tribal lore. All people.
Why are they doing the tribe? Again, you're not a tribe. You can't just steal this shit. Not enough that the land was taken. You have to literally steal the identity, too. Oh, God.
On soil, flora and fauna, under UK laws on soil, tribal lore, under God, elders, past, and my descendants' future. I commit to the law of the shores by UK law guard. I commit to my lore of the land, by lore owner of soil, my crown of England, UK law tribal lore. I, under God, crown past, and the King James Bible 1611, being a Protestant Bible, the Sheriff's Act 1887.
The King James Bible specifically, of course. This group doesn't have any particular ideological slant other than the King James Bible is the only true Bible because it's the Protestant Bible.
Do swear my full commitment to truth, honor, and integrity, so help me God, of law and law past and future adopted on my soil. So help me God.
The UK hasn't had tribes for like 2,000 years. The Picts are coming back, man. I'm telling you.
Like me to read also the bottom here?
No, just declare on what day you're stating this statement. Thanks, Dominic.
So for myself, we're 9:09 p.m. on December 15th, 2023. However, from what I've learned, the document will be dated for December 16th, which is your date where you're located.
Lovely, but how about we put Canada time? Can we just put Canada time to that? Michael, on all your documents, if you can put Canada time, that'd be lovely.
Apparently this lady's from Canada, or at least believes Canada has authority in some way.
Yes. So, Dom, can you actually just state Canada time now, what it is over there?
9, from what I can see,
okay,
it's 9:09, 9:10 p.m. And it's December 15th, 2023. Yeah, 9:10 p.m.
Yes, I witnessed 9:10 p.m.
Okay, thank you so much, and welcome to the Michael John's team over there in Canada, but welcome to our national family, international family, and thank you so much for taking the oath in to protect and serve our people. Also, too, we've taken a commitment.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's an honor.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
It's an honor to be a part of this absolute bullshit group. I look forward to hanging out and accomplishing nothing together. That wasn't a bit. That's just how I feel about us, chat.
Now, Belinda,
Thank you, Belinda.
Witnessed that from Dominic?
Yes, I've witnessed that. Thank you, Dominic.
So what?
How much do I think they paid for that video, chat? Too much. Too much.
Has pledged to his country under oath to the crown, under
this
God.
Is a boring polycule. Hey, when the cameras are off, you don't know what they get up to. It's truly disgusting.
Let no man rip apart. Okay, thank you so much, Dom. God bless. Okay. Thank you, Michael. Would you like to take your oath under the Crown of England?
Yes, I would.
Thank you so much. For our new international nation called Aurora. Michael John, please go ahead and take your oath.
Okay, I will now take the oath. Sheriff, oath of the UK Crown. Tribal Lord notice to honor, protect, and serve all. Under the protection of the Aboriginals Act 1886 and Grand Jury Law, Settlers Act 2001 to 2023, Scroll of Laws. I, Michael John of the family Elias Dunn, do hereby commit my full honor to my country to protect and serve. I stand within each or either UK-born, tribal terra australis-born, or australis-born, Scottish and English, and other Irish soil, or settler thereof past, and those future approved by law and lore, by courts, by law and lore, safe passage on soil and seas, air, and shores in the lands thereof. I honor all travel to the Commonwealth nations and lands, laws, and protections thereof.
God.
And thank you so much for your commitment
Sorry,
to
he had the
tribal
most boring Ben Stein voice in history.
people on land, because the unity
And
that
I'm bereft of caffeine at the moment.
you now will put for your team over there, and I now can pronounce that.
They're saying law, but they're saying it with an accent, so it sounds like law. I am the law.
The moment your document comes to you and it's signed, you will actually go to be a provost marshal, and every citizen's body now comes under your jurisdiction.
Did they say law and law?
Michael and your team of sheriffs. Okay. We protect all. We claim.
Does anyone here know Japanese? Random question. Does anyone here speak Japanese? I have a question.
All dead bodies falsely made by the duplication of a maternal mother and a maternal father's child born
A
on.
little. Okay, I need you to figure out a pun for me. Okay, let's say I'm watching a show and there are two robots, and one is named Bikel, and he's a motorcycle guy, so it's pretty clear Bikel is like a pun on a name, like Michael, and he's a bike. Now there's a second robot that's like a plane guy. He's got like jet wings and he flies, and his name is Walter. Is there any pun in Japanese with like... Is there a pun where Walter sounds like a word that has to do with airplanes or anything? Because Bikel is clearly named after like a bike. Walter's just named Walter. Is there a pun? Or is the joke that there is no pun?
On this soil to those people of God and created by God in God's creation. You are now the patron saint and the protector of those people.
I've been watching Winspector.
Fully on
and I'm
your
very
soil.
confused by the Walter naming.
And you can issue habeas corpuses immediately out upon receiving the JP signature to protect all of your sheriffs and all of your sheriffs' people in their counties, and to bring all of those corpses back alive and out of jails and prisons that are falsely incarcerated. That is the duty now that you've taken on. And from my heart here in Australia, I so bless you for doing this, Michael, because without you, Canada would not have the voice it will have now and the law that it will have. So thank you, Michael, and what you and God have put together.
Japanese word for aircraft is hikoki. Walter doesn't mean anything. I'm disappointed.
Let no man tear apart. God bless you, and thank you so much for being in service to this country, Michael. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and thank all of you. Thank you. So if it wasn't for all of us, none of us would be here. So I give humbly my respect to each and every one of you.
Thank you, Michael. Right, now Paul will take his oath at 11.
Okay.
The January mentorship meeting for privatelawtrust.org, and we have hit a new milestone or plateau or historical event.
No, Walter's not a bad guy.
Milestone or plateau or historical event. Basically, with the AI programs and everything that we have now, we were waiting on or needed. We have.
I don't believe this is AI. I think this is actually him. I don't know if it's going to keep skipping, though.
It is a really good day now. I come to It's Zachary Moore versus Alliance Credit Union. It's a Supreme Court of the U.S., and it's just a lead-up program, the text into creating a video. And as our
oh my God, is this him showing how he does the stupid, weird AI bullshit?
Sovereign Empire for you guys, your about this is
God, it's so skippy. That's completely unwatchable. I apologize. The defendant's back that wanted to defend herself. See if how she's doing.
Versus today Nicole Tubbs. This matter is scheduled today for a pre-trial. Appearances for the record.
Yep, just Walter, no other subtitle.
Good morning, Your Honor.
The members of the team are Bikel, who is like a motorcycle guy, a human in a suit just named Fire, and Walter. There's no theming consistently.
Marlena Rozak on behalf of the people, P78815.
Good morning, Judge Deanne Patillo, P82378 on behalf of Ms. Tanaya Tubbs.
Ms. Tubbs, can you unmute and state your name for the record, please? Ms. Tubbs, if you can state your name for the record, please.
Grand Rising. I asked the Holy Spirit to come in here and touch this courtroom today, and I welcome the Holy Spirit. I am Tanaya Nicole Tubbs, the beneficiary.
Okay, and Ms. Patilla is being appointed as your standby counsel, Ms. Tubbs, all right?
No, sir, I did not ask for that, but if I'm being forced, then I'm being forced in direct coercion.
I think she thinks it's her lawyer. I don't think she knows what standby attorney is.
All right. Well, I'm not forcing you, but she's going to help in case you need anything. You don't ever have to use her, but if you want any questions on anything, she's there to help you, okay? You're gonna represent yourself, but if you have any questions, you can ask her, all right?
I hear you, sir.
All right. Do we have a jury trial date on this? We'll set this is set for jury trial on March 17th at 9 a.m. Ms. Tubbs, did you?
Yeah, I'm sure the jury's really gonna love her.
Want to discuss settlement with the prosecutor, or do you just want to go ahead to jury trial?
I wanted to ask the prosecutor a few things, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Your Honor, one of the things I think that we put on the record last week when we were trying to establish whether Ms. Tubbs was going to represent herself, if we were going to relieve the prior defense counsel of his obligations and then also get standby counsel. And I think that today was more of an update just to make sure everything was in order, but knowing that the trial
and I have ruled that she can represent herself, haven't I?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
And that's why the other counsel was relieved and
okay.
Ms. Patillo was put on as standby.
All right.
With that, I think that we had mentioned the possibility of having Ms. Tubbs be brought over here so that we can have discussions. Ms. Patillo is standby. I feel comfortable speaking to Ms. Tubbs as long as there's somebody else.
Super Saiyan Chad, thanks for subscribing on YouTube.
There, even if they're not fully representing her, at least there's a third person. And I wouldn't mind speaking to her in person, but I think it's going to be easier if she's here, and I don't necessarily want her to say something on Zoom in open court that might affect her case when she's representing herself.
All right. We can do this one of two ways. Either can put all of you in a breakout room and let the three of you discuss things, or we can bring her here.
Hippity Pap, thanks for following.
I would ask Ms. Tubbs what she would like to do.
Ms. Tubbs, what do you want to do? Do you want to go into a breakout room with the standby counsel and your and the prosecutor, or would you like to come here physically to talk with them?
I would imagine she would like to do neither of those things.
I can do standby counsel. I mean, I can do not standby counsel, but I can talk to them in the break room since she's afraid of what I have to say, so the public would not hear.
So if I could interject, I apologize, Your Honor. Would I be able to, well, if Ms. Tubbs allows, would I be able to speak to her before she speaks to the
I don't allow.
That's an excellent idea. Ms. Tubbs, would you be willing to speak privately with Ms. Patella?
No, sir.
All right, Ms. Patella, I don't think I can order her to do that. So, Ms. Tubbs, as I told you before, we got taught the first day of law school, he or she who represents themselves as a fool for a client. I would strongly recommend that you talk to Ms. Patella, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. What would you like to do with that?
With all due respect, sir, I am not working alone. I work with the Holy Spirit, so only a
Me and my co-counsel, the Holy Spirit, have this thing covered. Me and the Holy Spirit have been binge-watching Boston Legal, and I think we got this covered.
fool would think that the Holy Spirit ain't helping me. Not being
What if the Holy Spirit's with the prosecution, too? Then it's just you versus a lawyer, all other things being equal.
smart.
All right, and I'm not being smart with you either. I'm telling you what they told us in law school, all right?
That's understandable.
All right, that's fine, Ms. Tubbs. So she apparently, will you be willing to have Ms. Patella in the room with you and the prosecutor?
Sir, I do not need her. Thank you. I'm not willing to.
All right.
Jesus is a biscuit, let him sop you up. I don't know what that means, but now I want biscuits and gravy. You know how long it's been since I've had biscuits and gravy?
Somebody.
Yeah.
Regardless
so the
of who it
prosecutor
is.
says she does not feel comfortable talking directly with you without somebody else in the room. So
you're
you tell
forcing me. You're forcing
I'm
me
not
to have.
forcing you to do anything. You know, you don't have to talk to him. We can just go ahead and have a jury trial. That's fine with me. So what the prosecutor is saying is if she wants to talk alone with you, that there has to be somebody else in the courtroom or in the room. So you tell me.
She can have her in the courtroom, but not on my behalf. It can be on her behalf since she's fearing what I have to say alone. I'm not understanding why.
Put the three of you in a breakout room to discuss things.
Okay, thank you.
Do you agree to that, Ms. Tubbs?
No, I know what sop up means. I know it means to absorb. I don't know why Jesus is absorbing me in this scenario. Like, why is Jesus absorbing me? That's not a part of Christian lore, to my knowledge.
Speak with her, with the third party on her side.
All right. And counsel, how long do you think we should put you in the breakout room for?
10 minutes to be safe.
If we're just making stuff up, why not have God as your lawyer? The actual answer, if you're curious, is about Christianity. In Christianity, the idea of the Holy Spirit is it's the part of God that actually interacts with you and you feel in your soul or spirit, basically. So, like, to her, theologically, it makes the most sense that if she was communicating with God, it would be the aspect of the Holy Spirit. Now, does that make sense? Internally, it has logic. It's just not true. But, like, she believes it, so that's why. But he is bred true. And Jesse, with a $5 super chat on YouTube, says, why can't she understand that this is to protect her rights? I would imagine that she's not had a very good time interacting with the law. Whether or not that's been right or wrong, I'm not really here to say. But I imagine she is quite distrustful of the legal system, if I had to guess. Also, she's probably mentally ill to some degree. I don't know.
10 minutes and then you can have more time.
Has she not had a competency hearing, by the way? Feels like she should definitely get one.
If you need it, okay?
Okay, thank you.
I'll take 5 minutes.
Okay, well, I'm gonna put you in 10. You can always stop early, okay?
Thank you.
Is there anything else we need to take care of before we send you into the room with Ms. Tubbs? Is there any other matters that are ready? Madam Clerk?
Yes, we could take care of Mr. Keyhole.
Well, you know what? It's too complicated. Let's let them do this. Can you come into the breakout into?
Yeah, I'm gonna go into the conference room and log into Zoom.
Okay, all right.
Oh, I pray we wake up.
Let's see. Let's go back on the record with regard to Ms. Tubbs' case. All right, let's call Ms. Tubbs' case, please.
Calling case 2400390201. The people of the state of Michigan versus Tanea Nicole Tubbs. This matter is scheduled today for a pretrial. Appearances for the record.
We're probably gonna be done after this video, by the way. There's about 5 minutes, 6 minutes left in this, just so you know. So make sure if you want to be a part of the Patreon or YouTube member live stream, we're gonna watch another public domain movie. Make sure you join either of those as a paid member.
Good morning, Your Honor. Elena Rozak on behalf of the people, P78815.
Determined that one wasn't needed, which is weird. That is strange.
And good morning, Judge Deanne Patillo,
Because it feels needed.
238, stand-in counsel for Miss Tanaya Tubbs.
All right, Ms. Tubbs, if you can unmute and state your name for the record, please. All right, you can speak now. I think it's unmuted, ma'am. Yep, I can hear you. Yep.
For the record, I am Tanea
Love when we watch public domain movies. On Tuesday, we did a public domain thing on the Patreon and YouTube member stream. It was interesting, but oh boy, did it get dry at parts. So I'm gonna find an exciting movie to watch today. Maybe the remake of The Wasp Woman. That one would be pretty fun.
The beneficiary of the account.
All right, Ms. Tubbs, you have a constitutional right to be physically present for this hearing. Do you agree to waive that right for today and hold this hearing by Zoom?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Where are we at on Ms. Tubbs' case, Madam Prosecutor?
Your Honor, I did get some information from Ms. Tubbs, and I did look up the, I know that the defendant is in Calhoun County Jail right now, and that she has a...
Is that the one with the boobs? It might be. I'll skip over the boob parts. And also, it's uploaded to YouTube, and we're watching it on YouTube, so it should be fine. Sentencing
date of March 24th, 2025. When is our trial date? The 17th?
March 17th.
I'm guessing that Calhoun County would let her come here pending their sentence, since we have a trial date. I don't know how that all works because their case is a 2022 case, so it's definitely older. But either way, that's a problem for somebody else, I suppose. I think that Miss Tubbs needs to be brought over here, and maybe we should have a pretrial before the trial once Miss Tubbs is here, where we're all in person. And Miss Tubbs can bring whatever documentation that she wishes to provide at that point. That way we all have it, and we're all on the same page, because some of the things that she's referring to, I do not have. And I would say that we're likely going to have to proceed to trial.
All right. When are you proposing that we have this, bring her over beforehand? Obviously, the closer to the date for the court's purposes, the better, because we don't have to retain her as long from Calhoun. But if you think it would help to bring her earlier, we can do that too.
I think that approximately 2 weeks before, so that puts us in the March 3rd area. Sometime at the end of the week before or early the week of March 3rd.
I'm available the 6th, if that works for the court, prosecutor, and Ms. Tubbs.
All right, why don't we schedule this to have her brought over here for March the 6th, and we'll have the hearing at 11:30. Is that time okay for you, Attorney Patella?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we'll set this for March 6th at 11:30. Hey, May, can you send a writ to have her brought from Calhoun County here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes, go right ahead, man, Ms. Tubbs.
I am looking forward to being out of here before then, and it is my duty to come
Sorry for the texting chat, planning dinner. I apologize. Real life stuff.
On my own as a freeborn sovereign to this. I do not need to be detained or retained. I am not an entity or subject to any entity. And I gave this paperwork to the 36th district, And I'm not gonna be able to get this paperwork if I don't be able to walk and go get it, go home and print it out myself, because I have none but 8 children. I am by myself.
She has 8 children? That's a shame.
I don't have support. I just have myself and my 8 children, which my oldest just went to prison, so he's not able to help me any longer.
All right, well, we'll see you on March 6th at 11:30. You have a nice day, ma'am, okay?
So there is no holds on me, correct?
Well, you're gonna be in the jail here, Wayne County Jail.
What I'm telling you is that I'm gonna be released from here either today, tomorrow, and I do not need any holds to come to another jail. I am a freeborn sovereign. I do not need to be detained or retained. I am not subject to any entity or am I entity. I am a living being.
You haven't. All right, you have.
I hope that Child Protective Services or something gets involved, because A, she's clearly not with her kids right now, some of which are probably still minors. And her mental state is not such that she should really be the guardian of any minors, I don't think.
Have a nice day, ma'am.
Oh, that one was a bummer.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'll see you all on the 6th. Have a good day.
All right. Well, I think that's it for today. Like I said, we're going to be doing the Patreon and YouTube member stream. 1 second. We're going to be doing the Patreon and YouTube member-only stream after this. We're going to watch a movie. Should be fun. Love you too, Mr. Blast. Tomorrow is the karaoke stream that you guys earn from the tip goal. Remember, every $50 above that tip goal, we get another puppet song. So you can feel free to continue to donate until tomorrow at hannahreloaded.com/tip if you want to add to that. I'll also continue to take tips throughout the show if you want to add more, but we have like 7. It's probably fine. So yeah, cool beans. Let's do a raid on Twitch, and then I'll take like a 5-10 minute break, use the bathroom, stretch my legs, and we'll start the Patreon and YouTube only stream. Who will we raid? Buddy.
It was great, friend.
All right. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow, along with the puppet. Stupid goddamn puppet. But if you're, you know, one of the special peeps, I'll see you in a little bit. Bye-bye, everyone. Adios.